Good morning. I was recently tagged by Unlikely Hiker to do a video on my worst backpacking hike. Thank you so much for tagging me, Unlikely Hiker. I will post the link to her channel below. Be sure to head over and check it out. She's got an amazing channel about backpacking, hiking and camping. I think you would really enjoy it, so check it out and subscribe if you haven't. I gave this topic a lot of thought on what I was gonna cover in this video, because I have a couple of things that I could do a video on, and I decided to talk about my learning experience hiking from Agnew Meadows to Yosemite Valley on the gorgeous John Muir Trail in California 2 years ago. So this was a learning experience for both of us, as we were new to the backpacking community. We had just purchased our initial backpacking gear, backpacks, water filter, pads, sleeping bags, you name it. So we always had dreamt of hiking part of the John Muir Trail and set out to do that. Now, the first important thing here is that you never set out with a new backpack and your new gear without testing it on a prior hike first, on a shorter hike. Don't just go and do what I did, put on your new gear and assume that you can hike 60 miles without pain. So that didn't work for me. I soon learned, probably 10 miles into this hike, that because I have back issues, that the strap of my Osprey Aura was cutting into my shoulder so bad that I was in excruciating pain 10 miles into the hike. So what did I do wrong? I did not test this gear out first on a 1 or 2 overnighter at home like I should have. So here I was with excruciating back pain. I tried to pad the area by putting a sock under the strap. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't work. Then secondly, we didn't hydrate enough. So that's probably the most important thing besides gear is hydrate. The Sierra is very exposed, it's sunny, it was warm in the daytime. We just didn't take the time to filter enough. We were doing the 60 miles quicker than we had planned initially, just because I started having pain. I wasn't able to take in the beauty that was around me. I was in constant pain, plus I had previously 5 years prior fractured my foot, and being out doing these high miles set off that pain in my foot, and I was finding that not only did my back hurt, my foot ached. So then you're out in this gorgeous setting and you can't really take it all in because you feel the need to get it over with faster. And that's just not a good idea. So on top of all that, we had bought the Sawyer Mini and just brought 2 of these bags that come with the system. Both of these bags after the 3rd day had ruptured and had holes in them. So whenever we got water, the water would ooze out of the side and drip into our bottles, and I was worried to get sick from water contamination. That didn't happen, thankfully, but I do not recommend relying on the Sawyer bags that come with these filters. Do yourself a favor and order a CNOC bag. It works great on the Sawyer filter, and it's a much more durable bag to use for filtering water that will not rip. So that was another learning experience. Next, besides all this pain and the water filter ripping, there was a trail crew that was doing some maintenance on the trails up there, and I'm very appreciative of them doing that, working out there, clearing trees so we can hike. And for some reason, they were walking pretty close behind us and we were in front of them. They told us, please stay in front of us. But I felt so much pressure by them being behind us that I wiped out on the trail. I fell backwards. Thankfully, my pack buffed me, but my arm still was pretty torn up. So now I also had swelling and redness on my arm that I fell on, and it was hurting there too. And then we did not think about the weight of our tent. So we purchased a very inexpensive tent. It was the Country River Products or River Country Products backpacking tent. It's a great budget tent, great quality, but it is a little on the heavy side for doing such a long hike. So that probably wasn't the best choice to cut down on the weight. So we definitely learned to have a lighter backpacking tent when doing a long distance hike. So taking all of this into consideration, we were also really low on food because we carried bear canisters. You have to have bear canisters out in the Sierra. We had, when we first headed out, cramped those to the top with food, but due to being so hungry out there, we ate most of that food in just 4 days and would have had very little left to eat if we had done the 6 days as we planned. So, you know, again, taking all of this into consideration, we decided to hike out a day early, pushed another high mile day that last day, didn't take in any of the beauty around us. All I could think was, get me out of here. I'm in so much pain, I'm starving, I just want this over with. And we made this a shorter day because we have aches and pains. So I didn't even attempt to film some of the amazing waterfalls on the way down. I just wanted out, and we made it out a day early, caught the yacht's shuttle back to our car, and yeah, that was that. So having said all that, this was a huge learning experience for us. We made improvements. The first thing I did was invest in a better, lighter backpack, one that would really work for me, that I felt fit me right and that didn't cut into my shoulder. I have one now that's much lighter and the straps feel right to me. I've tested it. I know it works for me much better. So I'm going back to the Sierra this summer several times. I have several backpacking trips lined up. I have the permits lined up, and I look forward to testing my new improved gear. I have a much lighter tent and a much lighter sleeping bag, and I look forward to being back out in the Sierra, and I hope to really be able to give myself more time. I made sure that I broke up my itinerary to where I only hike smaller distances and have time to really take it in the evening and to relax, film, take lots of pictures, have videos for you guys. So I look forward to being back out there this summer, new and improved. The two channels that I would like to tag to do their own version of what their worst backpacking trip was is Backpacking with Buckley. I will post the link to his channel below. Be sure to check it out. He's got an amazing channel. Backpacking, hiking, gear reviews, food reviews. He has a great sense of humor. I think you will really enjoy watching his videos. Very entertaining. And then secondly, Jason Outdoors. Jason also has a great channel. He hikes a lot in the upper Michigan as well as Wisconsin area. Beautiful area to backpack in. He's also got some gear reviews and tips on gear. So be sure to check out the link below and subscribe to his channel as well. No pressure. If you don't want to do this tag, please don't worry about it. That's completely fine. I just wanted to shout you out anyway, and I hope you enjoyed watching and coming along with me today. Until next time, and hit that subscribe button, I would highly appreciate it, and also if you could hit the like button, that would help me out a lot. Thank you for watching.